Reactive training systems.
So now before equipped comms, I really struggle to sleep some nights because I want my athletes to succeed, to do good. And since they are getting better and better and we are taking riskier attempts, like riskier equipment, tighter equipment, it's not like, they did all of this 10 times in training and we just go to the comp and replicate. They might have just touched once in training or haven't gone to depth in training or whatever. So you go to the competition and you just hope and try your best that they get the lifts. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And that's way more stressful than when I started because I didn't know anything. I was just gifted the athletes and said, yeah, you just put it on and rep them. And I was like, yeah, okay, I put it on and rep them, and whatever happens, happens. But now, I follow them since, some of those I have coached for 4 years or more, and I know what they're capable of. I know what they want to do, what I think they can do, and then if they are at the competition, I'm really stressed out.
No, and a lot of times you can do everything well in training, and then you get to the competition like Europeans this year, and it's a maniac bench, and all the preparation that you've done goes out of the window because everyone struggles with the bench.
Yeah, but that's just what happens, and I mean it's the same thing if we had an athlete who didn't complete a bench. If just we were the only ones who didn't complete the bench, it's still okay. It happens. It just wasn't there on that day. We tried to prep it perfectly. I can now look at the training, what we did, and then I saw, okay, maybe we incorporated the shirted bench too late, and the shirt was still in the process of breaking in, so we didn't have proper training before the comp. So now I think, okay, now we have to start earlier and change this and that. So we have to look at that in the future.
Yeah, the process of problem solving, and it's riskier in that, like you're saying, you haven't maybe practiced all of the things to the same degree that you would in competition. Like the just being on weight is part of it as well. That if you've got an athlete that cuts weight, they're not cutting for training sessions. So now that aspect can be different as well.
Yeah, in equipped, you cannot cut a lot of weight. Like it's the things suit you different. So my athletes, almost all of them are like at max a kilo over what their stage weight is.
And even the ability to drink the fluids to rehydrate is very limited because your ability to go to the bathroom is much more restrictive.
And you've been relying on a certain amount of squish factor for your equipment. Plus or minus throws you off.
I think you see less like low body fat percentages in equipped. Just of course, in classic you wanna have as much muscle in your class as humanly possible, but in equipped, actually some kind of fat mass might even help you lift more because you fill out the equipment a little better and it's a little squishier. Yeah, that's what you said. So you have a little bigger window.
Yeah. One of my buddies has gone down a weight class and has leaned up a lot, but his equipment, getting on the shirt, he came to train with Mike and I, and Mike and his buddy are just pulling the shirt off of him for a few minutes because it's so tight and so much more difficult to get on and off.
I mean, there are different techniques to get it on and off, but yeah, I have been in suits that I thought about cutting open because I didn't get out, and that's part of the process.
Yeah. It reminds me of training for a sport, training for another sport. It makes like the equipped training sessions feel like sport practice. Like you have this skill, and like I grew up playing American football, and so we would have practices where you would learn the offense and you would run different plays, and it reminds me of that in a way that, you know, I'm trying to work toward my opener. I'm trying to work on getting a lighter weight to touch. Okay, now I'm trying to feel out what some of the different shirt positions might be like that I might use for a second or third attempt or something like that. You know, and the practice of like acquiring the skill feels more like sport practice to me. And then the rest of training then feels like, you know, like training does, where you're developing, you know.
Yeah. I mean, in classic, you can do the thing you do on platform every training day. So you can do comp bench 4 times a week and it will look the same. Like just the weight on the bar is different, but it's the same what you do in training, but what you do on meet day. But in equipment, you have just so much time or just so many attempts because it's way more fatiguing, way more draining, and also way more time consuming. Like none of my athletes are like professional full-time athletes not having a job or anything. They all have to make time, and because the coach is such a big part of it, they come from all over Austria to Vienna, or I come to them just to train with me. So I rep them so they know how I rep them for competitions. So it's such a bigger time factor, but it's great to have, like, it's a team sport, because like classic you can do in every gym, of course, sometimes better plates, better whatever, but you can do wherever. And equipped, you have to have your team. Like if you don't have a handler, you cannot do it. Like of course you can rep yourself, whatever, but I think like proper equipped powerlifting you cannot do alone.
Well, and you know that you're always leaving kilos if you don't have a handler. I mean, you can get by alone, but there's gonna be an extra 10% you could be getting.
Yeah, and the best thing is when the handler also does equipped and you handle them. So then you know that they put everything into those reps that they want themselves from you into those reps. Because I have a friend, we are in the same weight class, we about moving the same weight, and we are always helping each other. Like I put him into the shirt, he puts me into the shirt. I rep him, he reps me. So I know that he puts everything into those reps, and because he knows I put everything in his reps. So that's just the team sport aspect.
Hey, let me tell you something that I know about you. Your lifting is important to you. It's probably one of your biggest priorities. And for people like us, nothing compares to the feeling that you get when you set a new PR. That feeling of being the best that you've ever been, of doing something that you've never done before. This is what we're all after, and it's also what RTS specializes in. Getting you the absolute best program possible so that you can hit new PRs and reach your goals. We call it radically individualized training, and we're really good at it. Whether we need to account for busy schedules or equipment limitations, or precisely turn the dials and get the details of the program just right, we have the tools and the experience to guide your lifting to the next level. To us, coaching is all about leadership, relationship, and creative problem solving. A coach should be poised to help you make tough decisions about training and competing so that you can continually grow in your development. And of course, a coach should be a first-rate problem solver, especially when it comes to your training, technique, and strategy. Now, all this has to be built off of a really strong, professional coaching relationship that emphasizes trust and respect. Additionally, RTS coaches are not on an island. We have a strong network of professionals to reach out to, so if you find yourself in need of some specific expertise, say in the realm of nutrition or injury management or sports psychology, there's a deep expertise available there too. For more information, go to store.reactivetrainingsystems.com and click on coaching. That's store.reactivetrainingsystems.com, then click on coaching. Hope to see you on the team soon.